You kind of draw it up right there. Just team basketball, 29 assists, locked them up defensively. You started strong, and that really was a big key tonight. What you call that pretty much a team effort?
Yeah, most definitely. It's been building towards this. I think even last game we can see the player movement, ball movement, guys knocking down shots. It's a credit to our guys and everyone in our organization. We just stuck with it, and we got a long ways to go, but we're going to enjoy tonight, being in the winner's circle for the first time in a while. But I'm proud of what we went out and accomplished tonight.
You've really been talking about it the last couple of weeks with all those guys playing all those minutes and with roles they really weren't accustomed to. When Brandon came back tonight, it just seemed that everybody else was a little bit more relaxed. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. It's what guys like Brandon, they do that for your team. They elevate everyone in the sense that guys don't have to do more than what they're used to doing. And so everybody kind of was in their normal positions, and they just played together. They played hard. They played together. Great game plan discipline, and, we won. And so it feels good to say that.
Yeah, I think there were 17 assists on 22 made field goals in the first half. Just what do you think about, I guess, player movement, the ball movement, and how you guys played overall in the offensive end tonight?
It's how we want to play. We want to be a team that has a 0.5 mentality. You catch it, you drive it, you shoot it, you pass it, and making quick decisions. I thought our guys did that for the most part, and we have to continue to do it together. That's who we're going to be as a team. That's what we've been building towards, and I think they're just starting to see it. And having results like tonight makes them believe in it even more.
Yeah, and Josh had 11 of those assists.
Yeah.
What did you think about the way he distributed the ball? Are you going to move him to point guard full time or anything like that?
Josh Hart has been huge for our team. Throughout everything we've gone through, he stepped up as a leader. In the locker room, off the floor, on the floor, whatever it is, he's totally bought in. And I'm proud to see him go out and play the way he is capable of, but I'm more proud of the fact that he's just stepping into his role as a leader this year.
And, yeah, you always talk about just looking forward to that next game, but, is there any sense of relief just to finally get the losing streak over?
What game? This is it. No, we're just going to enjoy tonight, and that's it. Stay in the present for a few hours. Tomorrow we'll start looking at film on Washington and go from there. But we're definitely going to enjoy this, and we'll just continue to build.
It seemed like the rookies coming off the bench made a real big impact. What did you think of what they provided, and did you notice kind of the reaction to Herb making a couple of those threes in a row, of how excited everybody was?
Yeah. Number one, I'm proud to see our guys step up. Herb, Trey, all the guys that contributed off the bench, and then even the guys that didn't play, Najee, Billy, Kyra, they were going crazy for the guys on the floor, and that's what it's about. Just having that joy. We've been working hard at it and haven't had the results, so it's good to finally see it all come together.
Yeah, and we always talk about Herb's defense, and obviously the threes jump off the page, but just what do you think about just his overall offensive growth and for him to get to this point where he can score 17 in the game?
Herb works every morning. He's usually one of the first guys there, him and Kyra, with Fred Vinson, every morning. Like, no matter what. Tomorrow he'll be the first one there. We don't even have practice, but he'll be in the gym. This is what he does. He works at it. And so I'm not totally surprised that he can step in and hit shots like that. And I know eventually he'll be a consistent shooter because his work ethic is just off the charts.
Obviously, I know you guys were kind of watching Brandon's minutes tonight, but overall, everybody under 34, is that a number that you like to see when you look at the box score?
Yeah, for sure. We just haven't been able to do it. We've been using Jonas like crazy. His usage is high. Devontae, we try to keep his minutes down, but adding Brandon helps out a ton. But more importantly now, we know we can play certain guys because they have the experience already. They've been playing. Garrett's been playing. Saddle's been playing. You got Herb and Trey. And so that experience is there. They know how to step in and execute at a high level, which is important for us.
Willie, did you get a sense of just how much energy having Brandon Ingram back provided the team? I don't know if you saw, but during player introductions, he got mobbed, and you guys jumped out to a 34-17 lead.
It's huge. Brandon is just a huge part of what we want to, and his teammates know it. I said it in media day. He's a team guy. He's at everything, any team event, taking the guys to dinner. He's in the locker room. He's on the bench. He does everything you ask him to do. And so they just rallied around him once he came back. It was good to see him on the floor, and it's like he didn't miss a beat. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's what we telling them, man.
And I guess start with that. When's the last time you had 11 assists in a game?
Ha! I think I had, that was it. I think I had 10 in college once. I had a triple-double in college once. I think 11 is my highest, though. So I'm happy with it.
Willie has you talked a lot about .5 mentality. Did you see that out there on the floor tonight? Just how do you think the ball moved and flowed?
Yeah, I thought the ball moved and flowed pretty well. Obviously, when we got guys like Jonas and Bi, we got make sure we get them into their spots and let their game go. But we felt good. We felt like we moved the ball well and got good shots. And I mean, we had 29 assists, which probably I don't know for sure, but it has to be the season high or close to it. So we were happy with it.
And how good was it just to have Bi back in there tonight?
Yeah, man, it was good to have my dog out there, man. I know he wanted to be out there with us, but good to have him because he's just another guy that knows the game, a guy that we can lean on, depend on to go get a bucket if we need to. He leads by example, and that's something that we need. So it was good to have him out there, and good that he's back because we definitely need him and miss him.
Has that been a big difference for you as far as how you're used in Willie's system or just your approach this year where you're playing on offense?
Oh, for sure. Willie has, all the trust in me to go out there and just play my game and to play with confidence. I think that was the biggest thing, that we talked about. It wasn't just, just kind of standing in the corner and just hope and pray for the ball to do something. He's putting me in positions where, we're running, actions on the weak side, and I have the ball, and I'm making the decision in terms of, hitting Jonas on pops or guys on curls and stuff like that. So it's good because it gives you obviously confidence, but also gives you rhythm. When you're out there, making plays and getting guys involved and you're involved in the offense, that's when you're at your best. But if you're not touching ball for 3-4 minutes at a time, it's tough to be in the rhythm. It's tough to be in the flow of the game. So that's something that Willie does a great job with everybody, and definitely a big difference from last year to this year.
And how big was that for you? Because I know throughout your career that's been a thing you wanted coaches to trust you with the ball, allow you, like you said, to do more than just stand in that corner. Is that something that y'all talked about before the season? Like you came to him, or is that something that just kind of?
He talked to me about it. We before the season we went to dinner. We had a great dinner, great conversation, and that was one of the things that he said he saw in me and trusted me and had confidence in me to do those kind of things. So. It's always good to hear it, but then when you see it and you're in the game and you're running an ATO for you or you're running ATO through you, that gives you all the confidence that you need, and that's something that Willie's been great for, especially with a young team, is building us up, giving us confidence to go out there and just play our game, play .5 basketball, and have fun, and that's something he's done a great job of, and something that we're going to continue to do.
Yeah, speaking of confidence, man, how good was it just to get a win, just to end that loser streak, man?
Yeah, man, we needed that. It was a really tough spurt that we had. It was frustrating, obviously. So now it's just about building on this. And we got on Monday we got the number 1 team in the East. Then we got another tough team in Miami who has proven winners. So. It's great to get that win, and now we got to build on it. It doesn't mean anything if we just fall right back into the pothole that we were in. So now we got to continue to grow, continue to build, and start stacking up wins.
Josh, Willie talked about how a lot of you guys contributed. There was a lot of big plays made, but could you mention or just talk a little bit about the big threes made by Herb Jones? Because he didn't enter this league known as a three-point shooter and stuff like that, but in a big moment of that fourth quarter, he came up with 2 big ones for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, 3 for 4. That's something that he's worked his butt off, in the last 2-3 months with Fred. working on his shot, improving his technique and his the fluidity of his shot, and to see that go into fruition, in the game in the fourth quarter with big minutes, is great. It's great for his confidence, great for the confidence that we have in him. We always have. We always tell him to shoot when he's open, so it's good in that. As a player, it's easy to put the work in, and sometimes when you don't see that work, working, it tends to get frustrating. But to see those shots go in, timely shots, big shots, I know that gives him all the confidence in the world, and we're going to keep finding him when he's open and shoot the ball with confidence.
And Josh, I've got to ask you about Nikhil. He went through a tough stretch there earlier in the season, and he's been coming out of it. And tonight, Grizzlies were coming back, I guess, towards the end of the third quarter. They closed well. But Nikhil started the fourth quarter making a couple really big hoops there.
Yeah, I think obviously going into the season, we had BI. We knew Z was going to miss some time, but we knew what the roles were going to be. And then obviously BI went out for some time, and other guys are out. And so we needed guys to step up and play, I don't want to say roles that they weren't thinking of earlier, but we needed to make sure we ran stuff through him, and I think he's was struggling with how to get his stuff, his shots, his stuff into rhythm, and getting guys involved. And obviously now with BI coming back, and even the last couple of games, his shot selections got better. He's taking better shots, easier shots for him. And I think that's really where he's at his best, because he's able to create shots for himself, but also create shots for others. And when he's taking, high quality shots, he's going to make them, and we're going to keep going to him and keep feeding him. And he has the ability to know, when guys are stepping up to make the extra pass. And it's great to see him and how he's been playing the last couple of games. And we're proud of him just because, sometimes when you hit adverse situations, you can kind of fall back and just kind of, fall by the wayside. But, he's not doing that. He's taking it in stride. He's, going into those adverse situations head on, and he's growing as a person. So I think that's the biggest thing for him. And, we'd love to see it, and we'd love to see him keep growing.
All right, we'll go to Christos on Zoom.
Oh, shit.
Hello, congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.
How needed was that to win mentally wise about you guys, and how important, what you need to do to build on that effort and that victory?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge for us mentally, just because obviously we were on a 9-game losing streak. So, that was big for us. But now it's building on it. It's continuing to have attention to detail, to have game plan discipline, especially with the teams that we have coming up. We have to be locked in, not only physically but also mentally. So, like I said, again, that win was good. We got that monkey off our back, but we got to just keep pushing and keep growing and keep having confidence in each other. And obviously, when you get guys back like BI, who's an all-star caliber player, it makes things easy on everybody else. So we got DC on Monday, and that's what we're focused on.
Thanks, Josh.
Appreciate it.
progress.
Hey, Nikhil, 29 assists for you guys as a team. What'd you like about what you guys did in the offensive end tonight?
Played well off the catch, got into the paint, and found guys on the perimeter, and guys were unselfish to make the extra pass, and we got them in rotation.
Yeah, we saw before the game, guys looked pretty excited. Brandon was back there in the lineup when you guys ran through pregame intros. Just how good was it to have him back out there tonight?
I mean, to have a player like him of his caliber come back, being in close games, and having someone like him to help us get over that hump, it was a great feeling.
And what is it about BI that kind of draws that reaction from you guys, in his first game back?
He's a great player, great person. Consider him a brother, and we all know what he's capable of. And to be so close to so many games and kind of trying to need that extra boost, that push, that talent that he has, the focus that he brings to defenses. I mean, tonight was like super easy for him, especially on limited minutes. So it was great to have him back, and just who he is as a person.
You said it looked super easy for him. How much do you think his presence out there kind of makes the game easier for the rest of you guys?
It's night and day, because you have their best defender as well as a loaded defense focusing on him. So now we're playing off closeouts. Now we're playing off open shots, swings, stuff that we do when we warm up. So it kind of makes the whole game easier for him for us because of the focus he brings.
You mentioned getting into the paint, I think, as a team. For you, you have 19 free throw attempts in the last 3 games, which I think is one of probably the most productive stretches of your career. I mean, what does it do for you, or how do you look at that as far as how big that is to have so many free throw attempts that you're getting?
It's huge because it opens things up for me. Helps me remain efficient, but at the same time, it helps put pressure on the defense, get guys in foul trouble. Now they're going to start collapsing. It opens up shots for everybody else. And free throws are next to a layup is the easiest shot in basketball. And the more you can get those in a tough league, the easier.
What's your impression of what Herb Jones has been able to do? It seemed like when he made a couple threes, everybody ran off the bench and congratulated him and was pumped for him.
Because he works extremely hard on that, extremely hard. Very diligent with his approach and to shoot, and just like every morning you're going to see Herb early shooting. After practice you're going to see Herb stay however long shooting, and that's something he works on. And so to see him work so hard and for it to come to light, I mean, I'm happy for him.
And Josh talked a lot about, a big reason for him having 11 assists tonight was because of the way Willie just kind of believes in him and has allowed him to play his game. How much have you seen that just throughout the team, the way Willie coaches allowing guys to be themselves and play at their best?
Honestly, I think confidence is one of the biggest things, and he said that as well. Confidence in the league. Like, if you don't have that, then it's going to be tough every night. And he believes in us, and that's relieving when you don't have to look over your shoulder, just playing, not having to worry. So you trust yourself more. You're able to play free, and I think anyone who plays free can be really good in this league.
Nikhil, Willie had talked about in his post-game presser with us just a few minutes ago that he felt like this win was coming, that you guys have been building towards this, and you could see it in games and in practices. Have you seen the same thing over the past week or so?
Yeah. You just kind of wonder which one. Like, each game, personally for me, I still feel like, okay, this is the one. This is the one where we end it and get that rolling, and this is the one. I think that's the outlook you got to have, because it's important to stay optimistic.
Christos on Zoom.
Christos on Zoom.
And congratulations on the win, the performance as well. How many steps forward do you feel that you made as a team with this win, and what do you need to do to maintain that effort on the next games?
Be diligent in our work, one day at a time, take care of our bodies, focus in. When we're going through film, when we're going through practice, take it serious, and just take it one day at a time, be as prepared as we can be.
All right, thanks, Q.
Appreciate it.
Recording in progress.
It looked like you guys kind of mobbed BI when you guys were going through the player intros. Everybody looked pretty happy that it was back. Just how good was it having back in the lineup, and how does that help you guys offensively and take some pressure off?
Well, BI is really important guy for us, and his presence on offense and defense is big. What we can see today, he was great, not just offensively. He did a really good job defensively, and we were more expand.
Yeah, you guys had 29 assists in this game. .5 mentality is something Willie has talked about a lot. What did you think of just the way the ball moved tonight?
Great. We trying to establish ball movement, playing for each other, trying to get a teammate open. That was working today. That was working. That was great to see the guys knocking down the shots.
Yeah, we saw the frustration throughout the team, during that losing streak. How good was it just to get that win and kind of just get that sigh of relief?
Win is always good. There is no how good. It's just really good. So every time we can reach that W, we're good. We celebrate till midnight. We go on to the next one. We got a tough team coming up. This is just a one game, so we're happy, but we got to get another one.
You seem like a guy that's pretty big on not getting too high, not getting too low. But what was your emotions like going against those guys, your old team you played with for a good amount of time?
It was really good to see them. It's been a while, so and I was really happy to get this W.
You mentioned the ball movement. I mean, how big has it been to get more guys involved, and just the way that the bench has played the last couple nights? It seems like they've been really productive the last two games.
We need all the guys. We need bench starters to be good. We need everybody, and I feel like we have equal guys who can do damage on the court. So we're trying to get everybody involved. We're not ISO team. We trying to pick guys with the pass, with some play for the teammate. So that's our mojo.
Go ahead, Zoom.
Hey, Jonas, congratulations on the win. What did you make better tonight than the previous 9 games?
Oh, we got a W. That was the difference. That's why we're better. I mean, we played together. We played, we shared the ball, 29 assists. We played hard. We played hard. We wanted to win, We were tired of losing, Well, that's why we got to win. Thank you.
Maybe when you were introduced before the game, teammates kind of mobbed you. Afterwards, a lot of love from the crowd. Just how good did it feel to be back out there tonight?
It felt really good. You always learn something sitting on the bench and watching the guys, but you're always anxious too to get back out there and try to make a difference and see where you can be effective on both ends. So it felt good to be out there with my teammates tonight.
And how did the hip feel in your minutes tonight?
Say that one more time.
How did the hip feel in your minutes tonight?
I felt good. I didn't really have any setbacks. We'll see how tomorrow feels, but tonight it felt good.
Josh had 11 assists in this game. Just what do you think about the way he was moving the ball? You ever seen that from him?
Nah, I mean, he's big on rebounds. I didn't know he could actually pass the ball. But no, that's good. He's been doing something different every single game, and he's been very, very big for us these last couple games while I've been out, and we hope that he continues to do that for us. Of course, we love to see him on the offense and defensive glass and getting downhill, and he will do that for us. It was good to see that tonight.
And he talked after the game just like he feels like, Willie allows you guys to play free and kind of, gives guys confidence to play their games. Just what have you seen as far as that goes?
He's been an influence through all the losses and the 2 wins that we've had. Just keeping guys positive, making sure their heads up, making sure they're staying confident in everything that they're doing because our guys put in the work. So he sees that and he just wants everybody to be successful on the basketball floor. So he's been a big help for everybody.
And what were you thinking in that moment, before the game where everybody just jumps on you the way they did?
It was good energy. It got me out of myself to focus on the team and see where we wanted to go tonight, and that energy carried over to the court tonight. We came out, we had good pace, first and second quarter, and third quarter we managed to keep fighting when Memphis made a run. So we did a good job. We did a good job for 4 quarters, and we finally put 2 halves together.
And Nikhil talked about, how much just having you out there helps everybody else out because the attention you draw. How much is that part of your mindset when you're out there, just being that guy who can, help everybody else out, get them shots?
It's made me have a different approach to the game. Not forcing shots, not being so thirsty to get off a shot. It made me want to be a screener, sacrificial cut to the basket, getting guys open, make sure that I'm making the right pass on the floor, just to make sure that the rhythm and flow to the game is really, really good. I know personally that I can get any shot on the floor that I want to, but it's important for me to get the guys going and make sure that they're getting downhill and getting the threes that they need.
We've been seeing the progress that the 2 rookies have been making. What were your thoughts on just the way that they've been impacting the game, especially the last couple nights?
They've gotten better each and every game. Herb has definitely looked like a pro in these games. Even in our losses, he's been really, really good on the defense and offensive end. He looks confident in shooting behind the 3 and making good decisions. Trey, he's getting after it on both ends also, and he looked really confident in his 3 today. And hopefully, I can create some more space for him to get some open looks. So that was good from him tonight.
Herb, I think, was 3 for 4 from 3-point range. I mean, sounds like he's been attending the Vincent school. I mean, is that something that you've talked to him about, the importance of?
I haven't talked to him at all. He's doing that on his own. And every time I go in the gym, he's with Fred. I can't even work with Fred. He's doing a good job. He's focused on everything that he's doing in practice. It's carrying over to the game, and it's good to see.
Yeah, Nikhil obviously has gone through his struggles. What's it been like these past few games just to see him turn it around, starting to figure out, what he has to do to be more effective?
I'm happy for him. After a few years, it's hard to be consistent in this league with all these good players, but his last couple games, he's been really, really good in keeping his head and getting downhill and shooting his threes and being really, really good on the defensive end. Hopefully he can keep it up, and we want to continue to give him that confidence that he can do what he does on the basketball floor.
Christos on Zoom.
Hey, Brandon, welcome back first of all. What did you learn as a team from 9 previous games. And how important is to use that victory as a fresh start for the rest of the season?
I think the biggest thing we learned is our best offense is when we get stops and running out. When we play with pace, it's hard to stop because bigs have to make a decision. Guards have to make a decision, negotiating screens or negotiating, getting on the body, getting downhill. So we figured out our youth is our strongest thing, and if we play fast, then we get really, really good things out of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.